Hello everyone. This lecture is exclusively recorded for first year BSc student of BK Birla College, Kalyan. This is mathematics class semester 2. In this lecture, we will state and prove the Lagrange's mean value theorem of calculus. So, Lagrange's mean value theorem. This is also called as LMVT. LMVT is one of the very important theorem in calculus. So let me state the theorem. The statement is as follows. If f is a real valued function, defined on closed interval a comma b, such that number 1, f is continuous on closed interval a comma b, f is differentiable on open interval a comma b, then there exists c belongs to open interval a comma b such that f dash at c is equal to f of b minus f of a upon b minus a, or f of b minus f of a is same as b minus a times f dash at c. So the proof of this theorem is very simple. It is with the help of Rolle's theorem we will prove the theorem. So the proof. So we will construct a function. So consider a function phi of x, which is equal to f of x plus a times small x for all x in closed interval a comma b. So now a is constant, where a is a constant to be determined. Such that phi of a is equal to phi of b. So we need to find out a such that phi of a is equal to phi of b. So I know what is my phi of a. I have considered phi of x as f of x plus a of x. So phi of x will be f of a plus a times, it is capital A times small a, is equal to f of b plus capital A times small b. So f of b minus f of a is same as, here I can take b minus a and this a can be taken outside. So this is how. So b is not equal to a. So this is basically I'll get minus a. So this is with the normal calculation, just shifting of this f of a this side and here, that can be done very easily. So let's call me this as number 1. So phi of a is equal to phi of b under this condition of a. Now further, you can observe that the phi of x which I have considered here is a combination of f of x plus a of x. A of x means it is a linear term basically. So f of x is differentiable. So it is on closed in open interval a comma b, it is differentiable. This ax is a polynomial, so it is also differentiable. By algebra of differentiability, addition of two differentiable function is again differentiable. So this phi of x is differentiable. Similar kind of argument we will do for the continuity. Small f of x is continuous on closed interval a comma b. This capital A into x, that's a linear function, that is also polynomial. Being a polynomial, it is continuous on closed interval a comma b, and the addition of two continuous function is continuous. So this would imply phi of x is continuous as well as differentiable on the domain. So phi of x is differentiable on open interval a comma b. The reason is, since fx and ax are differentiable on open interval a comma b, so by algebra of differentiability, phi of x is differentiable. Also, phi of x is continuous on closed interval a comma b. The reason is, again, since fx and ax are continuous on closed interval a comma b, so by algebra of continuity, phi of x is continuous on closed interval a comma b. So now phi is continuous, phi is differentiable. Moreover, phi of a is equal to phi of b. So we can apply the Rolle's theorem. Apply Rolle's theorems on phi of x. So that is, there exists a point C belongs to open interval a comma b such that phi dash at C is equal to phi dash C is equal to 0. Okay. But we know what is phi dash x, but we know phi of x is equal to fx plus ax. So if I differentiate this, then this derivative will be what it will be. Phi dash x will be f dash x plus a. The derivative of x is equal to x is equal to 1. So this would imply, if I replace x by c, then what I will get? So phi dash at c is equal to, let me write down, phi dash at c is f dash c plus a. Right. So let's number this as 2. But phi dash c is 0 by 2. So it is f dash c plus a. So f dash c is equal to minus a. Right here from 2. But what is minus a? We have already written minus a by 1. Minus a is nothing but f of b minus f of a upon b minus a. So f of b minus f of a upon b minus a, which is f dash at c. So this completes the proof of Lagrange's mean value theorem. Well, this proof has geometrical interpretation also. So geometrical interpretation. So it is given that the function is defined on closed interval a comma b. So suppose this is the point a comma f of a, and this is point b comma f of b. Now we do not have any constraint on whether this f of a and f of b are equal. That is not necessary, right? So moreover, now this 2 points you have to join by a smooth curve. There should not be any sharp turn because it's a differentiable, and graph do not have any break, so I may join by any freehand. So what it says, there exists a point C such that slope of the tangent, so suppose this is, you call this point as capital A and this point as capital B, and let me join this capital A comma B. So there exists a point capital C, there exists a point C, so that's called as a C. So slope of the tangent at point C. Now you could see that this line is parallel to your chord AB. So it says that there exists a point C such that tangent at C is parallel to chord AB. This is what the geometrical interpretation of Lagrange's mean value theorem. This theorem can be stated in other way also. Lagrange's LMVT can be stated in another form as follows. So if f is continuous on closed interval a comma a plus h, differentiable on open interval a comma a plus h, then there exists theta belongs to open interval 0 comma 1 such that f of a plus h minus f of a is equal to h times f dash a plus theta h. Well, this can be proved very easily by taking, in the previous theorem, you take b is equal to a plus h, and the proof can be done. That's not difficult. Okay, so we can prove this. That's not difficult part. Okay, so what I expect is as follows. So we are, though the theorem is not difficult, one need to understand Rolle's theorem to prove this theorem. So the idea of this theorem should be, geometrical interpretation should be very clear, that we can always find a tangent at point C such that that tangent is parallel to the chord AB. And in the theorem, the crucial fact is the construction of this phi of x is very important. So if you understand these constructions, then the proof is not difficult. It is just a Rolle's theorem, applying Rolle's theorem on phi of x. So that's it for the today's. Thank you.